welcome to this week's Paramecia. Fuck. There we go. I edit this so I can edit it out.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to Paramecia, a One Piece fan cast, where we talk about the latest One Piece chapter and follow into a related discussion. My name is Franz.
My name is John.
And this week, since we took a break for Thanksgiving last week, we're going to be covering Chapter 886 and Chapter 887.
The classic 2-for-1.
Chapter 886 is That's the Way I Live. Chapter 887 is Somewhere Someone is Wishing for Your Happiness. And my god, were these two chapters so good.
Yeah, I mean, separately as they came out, just looking at them, like, isolated within each week that they came out, they were really good chapters. But, reading them over again for the sake of this podcast, like, looking at them together as a unit, oh man, they work so well together.
It's so important to see them together because literally everything that happened works so well, so artistically.
Yeah, so 886 starts, we get a color spread for, oh fuck, I don't even remember what it was for. It was for
20-year anniversary, I think it was?
Yeah, the 20-year anniversary, and then it kind of talks about the whole Cake Island arc climax. Yeah, and it's just, it was a cute cover spread. I liked it. Little armadillos, and they're all bouncing. We get to see all the Dressrosa people that we hadn't seen in a while. Like Frankie, Zoro, Robin.
The whole crew back together.
Yeah.
When's it gonna happen for more than 10 chapters?
Yeah, it was nice to see that, and I feel like that's sort of needed, I guess, because we saw them in Zo, and then it's like, all right, like, we know we're gonna see them in Wano, and seeing this color spread was like, all right, like, this can hold us over.
We're almost there, guys.
Yeah, almost there with a giant asterisk. Yeah, but I mean, getting right into 886, 886 starts immediately with the cake is on the cart.
Alive.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Sorry. Continue.
Oh my god.
The cake's done.
This is a triumph.
I'm done. The cake's done.
Yeah. No,
it's on the cart.
Yeah, the cake is done on the cart. They're getting the little seal guy. I don't even think the seal has a name, but it's just some seal, like circus seal with a top hat, like pulling the cart. So yeah, the cake's on the carts already. They're moving it to the ship. Sanji's in disguise.
Because he's the shy type.
Yeah, because he's the shy type. And it just starts off with Oven just being a giant asshole. Like, Oven is just an asshole. And I can't wait to see, like, I mean, we'll get into it when we get into 887, but, oh god, I just want somebody to fucking kill Oven. Like, Oven's just being a dickhead, not letting them pass, because he's like, oh, Chiffon tried to murder our queen, Big Mom, I can't fucking let that slide. And he just decks her in the face, like
dude, that was like so unacceptable. Fuck that. You know how we knew from the get-go that Oven was a dickhole?
Lay it on me. 'Cause
he is 70% neck. Look at those traps.
Holy shit, yeah, holy shit.
That's all I've got.
But
what else do I need?
Off the charts, dude. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, he just decks Chiffon in the face, and I mean,
she's such a trooper.
Yeah, I love Chiffon. Chiffon and Praline. I love their characters. I mean, Chiffon, we've had her talk about it more, especially when she talked to Nami when the Straw Hats went into Beige's hideout and they were going over the assassination plan. If you remember, there was a scene with Chiffon and she was talking to Nami about Nami was like, oh, like, are you really okay doing this? Like, she's your mother. And she kind of goes into this spiel, like, that she goes into this chapter, that she's like, Big Mom treated me like shit. Like, Big Mom didn't care about me at all. So, like, Like, why? Like,
Fuck her.
yeah, I have a family, and it's with Beige and the Fire Tank Pirates who actually care about me. Like, Big Mom didn't give a shit about me. Um, and I like that she goes into that again with
Oven.
with Oven, yeah, because Oven is super, like, I mean, it's only because he's powerful that she even gives a shit about him, and he's like, oh, like, our queen, like, it's mutiny, that's bullshit, like, you're gonna kill our mother, and she's like, no, like, you, like, if you,
Shut the fuck up.
yeah, it's basically like, oh, like, if you lost your usefulness to Big Mom, she wouldn't hesitate to, like, cut you off and kill you. Like, the only reason any of her kids are there is because they're useful to her in some way. Yeah, but, he's just sitting there being an asshole, and he's about to punch Chiffon again with, like, his super heat hand. And, oh my god, our boy, our boy Pound.
The easy joke is Pound coming in with the pounding.
Yeah.
Inevitably gets pounded.
Yeah, Pound is coming in for freaking...
Save his daughter, yeah.
Yeah, he's coming in to save his daughter, and she doesn't even realize, like, who he is. And then Sanji, like, speed of light, teleports, kicks Oven, picks up Chiffon, and then teleports out of there.
Non sequitur.
Yeah.
I can't wait for chapter 1268 when we see Sanji versus Kizaru. Continue.
That was, like, super specific number, but I'll hold you to it, man. No, yeah, Sanji, like, pretty nice speed feat, if I say so myself. Like, he
fucking bullet time.
Yeah, he hits Oven in the neck, like, kicks him. From what I can see, no hockey used. Like, I don't think he used any hockey. I think he just blasted him. He grabs Chiffon, he teleports out of there, and then we get my favorite panel with Pudding, where she just, like, fucking hearts in her eyes, hand to her chin, and just nosebleed.
She's into it.
Yeah.
We're into it. We support this.
Yeah. I guess another quick non sequitur about these two chapters. I really like that Otis kind of, as much as I liked the kind of, like, back and forth, like, like bipolar, like, switching back and forth between her personalities, I think I enjoyed this gag more, where Sanji's normal and she's the one who's acting like Sanji.
I really like this whole, like, role reversal. Partly because people can finally shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Also, because it's, like, really adorable, and, like, I feel like we'll see some of her, like, complete, like, tsundere side again.
Oh, yeah.
Probably if they get into, like, altercations or anything, but, like, man, this is good.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's great. Yeah, I mean, after that, after it kind of just goes into Pound
getting pounded.
Yeah, Pound gets his face punched in by Oven, and then Oven finds Chiffon again, and he just keeps going after Chiffon, and then Capone calls in, and then Oven goes on, like, the fucking loudspeakers to freaking talk shit to Capone, and he's like, oh, like, like, surrender and I won't lay another hand on her. And then Chiffon just breaks out. She's like, no, like, Beige, like, take everyone and get out of here. Like, it was my decision. Like, if you guys, like, it's a lose-lose. If you guys do what he says, they're gonna kill you anyway, so you might as well just leave. And then she goes into the whole, like, Mom always hated me. You guys were my only real family. Just promise me that one day you'll get revenge on my behalf. And then Oven makes the mistake of slapping Chiffon and over the loudspeaker where Capone can hear, and Capone gets pissed. Like, you can see it in this chapter where he's like, don't raise your hand against Chiffon anymore, and you can see that, like, the shading on his eyes.
He's pissed. P-I-S-T. But in that same panel, I do want to point out that what happens in the next chapter is so well foreshadowed that reading it now, I'm just like, he said it. He told us he was going to do it. And he fucking did it.
Oh, I see what you're saying now, yeah. He did tell them.
He said it will come ashore, just like he said.
Oh my goodness.
Buddy.
If only they would have known. Yeah. So it just gets to the, like, I don't know. Everything's going as like Oven is like, oh, like I have the upper hand. He's being a real shithead. I really hate Oven, if you couldn't tell. And then my favorite panel from this chapter 886, Oven just like just
Oven fucking dies.
Oven's fucking dead, dude. Like headshot. Like Oven gets. Oh my god.
No scoped,
Oven
man.
gets, like a headshot from a pistol from across the map. Like Oven. At first I thought it was a cannon. I thought like, all right, like it's just like maybe, you know, like it's a cannon from the ship that they blasted him with, because you know the blast looked huge, and then it shows what happened, and it's just Capone holding Pez with a pistol in his other hand.
No. Remember how like he is the castle, so a castle's got cannons.
All right, that makes a lot.
That's
more
what
sense.
it is. It's a pistol, but it's a cannon.
Yeah, okay.
It's a hand cannon. Welcome to our Destiny 2 podcast. My name is Art Michael.
Welcome to another Destiny 2 video. Yeah, okay, that makes a lot more sense. But even still, like, I don't know.
It's a feat.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, dude. It's maybe it's not observation hockey, but like, dude, he's a fucking sniper then. Because he to hit him square in the face from they were still pretty, you know, a decent length away, and he did it one-handed with like a, you know, hand cannon. But yeah, but he has a really good line, like, take a good look, like, he has the name of the chapter, like, take a good look, Pez, that's the way your daddy lives.
Dude, and that line, goosebumps. So
Yeah.
many goosebumps.
Oh, man, yeah. After that, they're just, like, putting remarks, oh, you know, we made Brother Oven mad, and it's like, you know, that's cool pudding, but he's a jobber, so nobody really cares.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the end of the chapter is really... like, we get into a little quick, like, it's like 2 panels, or like 4, I guess, where we check in with the rest of the Straw Hats on the Sunny, and Carrot makes a remark, like a foreshadowing remark, that had been foreshadowed on Zoe, where she just says, you know, Bropper, tonight will be a full moon, and Chopper doesn't know what the hell's going on. He's like, what?
I mean, to be fair, we don't know what's going on. We just know something is going on.
Yeah, we know for sure. I mean, Wanda said it back in Zoe, like, she made a remark talking about, I believe she's talking about Jack and the pirates, and she says, Jack and the other gifters, she was saying, oh, like, you know, they're lucky they didn't come to Zoe on a full moon, and it was kind of a throwaway line, but not really. It's just foreshadowing for something, and I guess we're gonna see it soon. I'm you know.
I mean, when it comes to Oda, we can't, like, if there's some kind of connection, we absolutely cannot just dismiss it as a throwaway line. And I feel the best example of it is when
Mr. Prince.
Sanji, when they were about to go to Skypiea.
Oh,
Not
okay.
before the Mr. Prince stuff, man. When he's talking about the...
growing up in, yeah.
The little kid's tale. Yeah.
Nolan
that, like,
the liar or whatever.
Nolan the liar. And it was just like, oh, this is very, like, popular in, like, fucking North Blue or West Blue or wherever Sanji's from.
Yeah, he's like, oh, they used to read this to me as a child. And they're like, wait, this book is from North Blue. And he's like, oh, yeah, like, I was born in North Blue, but I moved to East Blue. And they're like, okay.
No one thought about it. No one even considered how the fuck he crossed the, like, red line.
Yeah.
No one, like, everyone, even the fans, like, I don't know, like, there wasn't, like, really much to tie it in with. So, yeah, back then it would have been easy to just be like, oh, it's a throwaway line, like, just some kind of, like, mystery behind Sanji. But, like, looking at it now, like, no, it was very fucking important. And so, like, yeah, that Wanda line, probably pretty important.
It's gonna come to a head at the end of this arc. I just don't know, like, what's gonna happen.
She goes Ultra Instinct.
Yeah, she's gonna go Ultra Instinct, and I assume she's gonna beat, like, one of the commanders.
Gohan Blanco.
Yeah.
She's gonna beat Gohan Blanco, dude.
She's gonna become El Hermano.
So that's something to look forward to at the end of the arc. Other than that, the end of this chapter gives us a little like insight into what Luffy's thinking, and man, his whole reflection on the fight between him and Dogtooth, between him and Katakuri, is so important.
Yeah, it's it really showed like in like normal everyday circumstances, like Luffy's kind of an idiot. Like when he I say kind of as if like there's even an argument. Like yeah, he's an idiot, but when it comes to like combat, even Brule says, what's the line? She's like, "Oh, you're not as stupid as you look when it comes to fighting," because the stuff he says at the end of 886 is just like, man, I really enjoyed it. Like this fight is gonna be so sick, and it kind of the end of 886 kind of confirmed what you and I had been thinking in like the best way possible, if that makes sense. Like, because we were thinking like, you know, Luffy, Oda was making it very clear that Luffy is going to get some kind of power jump, but we weren't sure what it would be, and we kind of didn't want it to be a new Gear 4th because, you know, it's still kind of way too soon. We've only just seen Tank Man, really.
Not much of it, too.
Yeah, we only saw it do like one thing, but it starts with Luffy saying, just talking about Haki, and he says Haki gets used up, which, I mean, we knew because of Gear 4th, but it's interesting that like that kind of just went over everybody's head. Like if it works, if that happens with Gear 4th, then of course, like, you know, of course the reverse should be possible. It should be able to run out for other people as well, or it should start to get weaker, and that's what Luffy found out when he was fighting Katakuri the first time. But then we get a pseudo flashback to Rayleigh. We get some lines from Rayleigh when he was training Luffy, and he says, like, oh, my favorite line in the chapters is, but the flower of Haki only truly blooms in the extreme conditions of real combat. And I'm like, oh yes, like Luffy's gonna get some kind of new Haki boost. What it's going to be, I don't know. Luffy makes a remark about wanting to see into the future as well, just like Katakuri. So he might be able to do that, but you know, I don't know. I kind of want it to be something different than that, but if he does get that, it would make sense. Like, you know, out of the two of them, Luffy at the end when he beats Katakuri would end up being the best. Like, and I mean, Luffy even like he's like, Haki gets hawked up, but he wants to beat him when he's at his full power, all 1 billion berries of him.
I really like this whole, like, it's not Luffy being dumb, it's Luffy actually having some degree of foresight into the whole matter, and he's so determined to gain something from fighting Katakuri. He's not just like out of some sense of pride or out of some sense of like being the Pirate King or being the strongest. He just wants to get stronger. And so I'm really excited for this, because like you said, I don't really think he might like be looking into the future. It might be, I mean, it's kind of possible considering that, like, you know, they're foils of each other, Katakuri and Luffy are, and so that might pass on to Luffy, but I don't think so. My first instinct is that it might be something related to Conquering King's Haki, because that's pretty like unique to certain people, including Luffy. But I feel like that's kind of like Shanks's shit, so I don't think so, man.
Yeah, I mean, Luffy's affinity for Haki is the Conquering King, so it could be, but it's just we know so little about Conquering King other than the fact that, you know, it's just like extreme willpower. Like I don't even know what a like further extension of that would even look like or be.
In the past, when he's used it, it's literally just been in like certain like moments where he's been in a pinch, physically or not metaphorically, emotionally, A good example would be in the Amazonas Island.
Yeah, Amazon.
When he was getting pissed that, like, oh, they're being sacrificed. Like,
yeah, they were about to break the statues, yeah.
It was a good insight into, like, what would... Not what would let him, but what would cause him to unleash the Conquering King's Haki, but it's just, like, one of a handful of times where he's done that, or anybody's done that.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting to see, like, what his next step of Haki's going to be. Especially because we have confirmation, and we're gonna get front row seats because he's gonna use that to beat Katakuri. Like, I have complete faith that that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. That was a good way to, when 886 came out on a Thanksgiving Day. I was like, this is a good Thanksgiving because, like, you know, we get some foreshadow. Luffy's doing some hype shit, and yeah, I mean, 886, good chapter, and then going into 887. Oh man, like this, like we said at the start of this podcast, like, dude, 887 is such a good chapter.
It ties in so well
to
886.
It ties in so well. I was getting super emotional.
Oh, God. Yeah, so getting straight into 886, it opens up full of action like usual. Bej is, like, right at the shore, and he's completely surrounded. Everyone's like, oh my god, he shot Lord Oven. How dare he? He's gonna die, whatever. And then, like, Oven's like, oh, you're gonna fight me? Okay, fine. Like, I'll fucking kill Chiffon. Like, come at me. And Bez is just like, okay, yeah, cool, whatever. And then you see his ship, like, slowly but surely get closer to the shore. And everyone's like, what the hell is he doing? And then it hits the shore, and they're like, what? Okay, like, you're vulnerable. Like, time to die, I guess? And then he's just like, no, this ship, the Nostra Costello, is amphibious. And fucking blows everyone's mind. Fucking beginning of the chapter.
Literally fucking, like, GTA runs through all of them.
Dude, we were talking shit, like, a few episodes ago about, like, the whole tank treads, and just like, yeah, man, they're pretty cool. You know, just add them there for fucking effect or something.
Yeah, like, that was the one part of the ship that he was like, nah, I'm not budging. Like, you know, you could change the ship however you want, but we need those treads, and I see now why he needs those treads.
Yeah, he was right. We were right, incidentally, but he was right. Yeah. He needed those.
God, it was such a good scene. Like, he literally just, like, rushes the shore, and he's just driving his like, mobile tank land ship. He's running through the Big Mom pirates.
Dude, like I said, he foreshadowed this.
Yeah.
Because, like, Oven was like, you have to come ashore. And he's like, alright, we're coming ashore. Just runs straight through everyone. I should have fucking seen it coming, man.
Yeah. It is, again, freaking Jobber Oven. He's like, oh, I've never heard of such a trick. And then Capone's like, of course you never, like, of course you didn't hear about it, because I never told you. He's like, why would I tell you if I'm going to betray you? The perfect line, like, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, after that, they'd, like, talk short logistics of how to get the cake on the ship, and, like, the chefs are like, how the fuck are we gonna do that? The ship's moving. You can't just stop. And
Sanji says, hold my
Sanji. Ooh. Our boy, Sanji. He's sitting here doing, like, you know how fucking Zoro's flexing the entire time? He's always doing, like, fucking, like, he's doing, curls with, like, 1 billion pound shit.
Yeah.
Sanji's doing the same exact shit, but he's doing it for, like, calf presses and shit. He lifts up the entire cake with everyone on it, the entire cart, and just plops it down on the fucking ship
Yeah.
and fucking putting nuts.
Yeah, putting, like, literally fucking orgasms, like, right then and there. Like, she just complete standstill, just loses it. Yeah, you know, Sanji carrying the cake, like, carrying the cart and the cake and everybody on it with, like, one leg and jumping onto Capone's ship. I really like in this chapter 887 Capone and Sanji's kind of like back and forths. I thought they were really cool. He lifts it onto the ship and then what's his face? Vito, I think he's like, oh, such are the Germa, and he's like nutting, and then like Sanji's like, stop it, like I'm not Germa.
Don't call me that shit ever again.
Yeah. He's like, I literally just told my father to go fuck himself. Like, I'm not. Stop calling me that. Yeah, they have a couple of back and forths later in the chapter, but the next page is like one of the best parts of the chapter. Lord Oven is like he's like, I'll stop you, and immediately just gets run over.
A work of art.
Like, I never knew, like, 4 panels could make me laugh so hard. Like he literally just, like, he just gets ass blasted. Like, he just gets run over.
I don't know what he expected. I really don't.
I don't know if there's anybody out there that's like, yeah, like, Oven is badass, I'm a fan of Oven, like, you're a jobber, Oven's a jobber, get out of my face. Like, I don't want to see it.
Like, Oven literally goes to the gym, but in his, like, workout schedule,
it's all shrugs.
Instead of legs, it's smudge, and he's like, shrugs? Okay, cool. And that's what happened.
Yeah.
You can't tell me a man like that is good.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Oven is not a good man at all. Yeah, I don't know. He gets run over, and then oh man, and then the feels happen because they show our man Pound, and he's just like watching the ship go by, and he waves to Pez. And you see Chiffon, oh man, Chiffon still doesn't know who he is, and she thinks he's like
Chiffon's kind of creeped out.
Yeah, she thinks he's like, being weird, like, is he a pervert, is he after Pez? But he's like waving to Pez, and Pez like instinctively knows, like, that he's family, and nobody else gets it. So then they jump back out to sea, and then yeah, this is what I was talking about. He's like, thanks for the save, Beige, like, Sanji. And then Capone, like, gets buddy with him, and he's like, I didn't do it for you, Blackleg. He's all pissed off.
It's so good. Like, these kinds of dynamics are so nice. And like, there's a little, like, aside as well, like, a little back and forth immediately after that, where, like, what's going on after that is, like,
when
the ocean starts boiling, yeah. And Sanji's just like, add some salt, mwah, be delicious. Yeah. And like, Beige is like, what's wrong with you? We're dying, bro.
Yeah. We're dying to death, bro.
And so, like, it looks back at Oven, he's sitting there and just like, oh, he's using his heat root power, and like, what a fucking lame ass name for a power. Boiling seas, hell.
Yeah.
What?
And, oh my god, I'm just pissed.
I don't like him.
Hate Oven. I want something like, oh man. Yeah, so Oven does a stupid ass, his dumb named move, and he tries to, like, destroy their ship, and also he poses a threat because he's gonna melt the chocolate in the whipped cream and destroy the entire reason. Like, Oven, like, if Oven stops them by melting the cake, Big Mom is never gonna stop rampaging, and she's probably going to kill him. Oven is an idiot. I hate him. But
Oven lacks a brain. Why? Because all that mass is in his traps.
Yeah. All the shrugs he's done has stopped the blood flow to his cerebellum. Like, he can't. Yeah, he's an idiot, and then we get the hero we deserve. Pez is like, yeah, dad. She's like, why are you laughing? Chiffon's like, what's going on? And we see, man, like, Pound, the hero, just beats him upside the head with a club, and everybody on the ship sees him, and they're like, who is this? Like, who is that guy? And Oven is pissed because he takes his hands out the water and gives them time to escape. And Oven immediately knows, Pound immediately knows that, like, you know, he did his job. Like, Oven's focused on him now, and they're able to escape. And man, we get some of this is a heart-wrenching moment in the chapter. Like, I did not expect this. I don't know. I don't think anybody would have expected it.
I really didn't either, no. But before we get into the, like, emotion, like, the I'm hurt and want to die, it gives us a glimpse of Big Mom, like, when she was younger, not when she was, like, a kid and, like, fucking destroyed the entire island of Elbaf.
Yeah.
Like, we see okay, quote unquote, because this is not how I feel, but the only words I can use to express it, a quote unquote hot Big Mom.
Yeah. Like, we see a Big Mom at childbearing age, I guess.
Yeah, and also we see a quote-unquote younger hot Pound, and he's wearing a crown of some sort, probably, like...
No,
yeah, we see hot Pound, you see him there. That hair?
Yeah.
Oh. But yeah, he's wearing a crown, so it probably implies that, you know, the same way that, like, Germa was about to marry in, maybe Pound was a prince of some sort that, married in and got thrown away.
I thought about that a bit, like, because Big Mom chooses her mates, I guess, for a lack of a better phrase. Yeah. It's like, Jesus, like the fucking Discovery Channel. Like, she chooses her mates very selectively, and, like, you know, she doesn't choose them just willy-nilly. So, like, Pound has to have some importance to you know, the greater world for her to choose him, you know, to have kids with. So I don't know if it's for his race or for the connections that he had, because he has, like, a crown, and his ship is, like, the ship that he was on had, like, a Viking looking theme. So, I mean, I don't know if there's any deeper meaning to that, but yeah, we see Big Mom just kind of treating him like shit. Like, she literally says, "Oh, they're done. I'm done with you. Like, goodbye. Like, you know, they're born. Like, you can leave now." And he's like, "No, like, you know, they're my kids. I want to hold them at least once."
Tell me their names, yeah.
Yeah. He found out their names, like, secondhand. I'm pretty sure. Like, he didn't even. Man, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Just the insane big bitch, as King of Lightning puts it.
That's one way.
No, but man, this chapter, Pound, he goes on his whole speech, like his whole inner monologue, and he's like, "My grandson, like, I don't even know your name, but are you happy? Like, I'm gonna make sure your mommy and daddy take good care of you, because I couldn't." That was 26 years ago, and then he's like, you know, "Chiffon, I'm glad I got to see you, if only once. I get the feeling someone's after you, but you look happy, and I'm glad. Like, I was worried, I was worried, like, so worried for you. Like, I'm sorry I couldn't be by your side, Chiffon. Like, I'm ever so late, but I still want to say congratulations on your marriage." And the entire time, he's like, tightening his ties, while it shows Oven about to, like, slice his head off. And man, he just... Look, Pound, I thought it when I read the chapter. I saw a whole bunch of other people mention it in videos. Even if it isn't true, he has an honorary Will of D, because he died with a smile on his face, man. Like,
Oh fuck!
Like
That's
he just
that's a good way to put
yeah.
it.
Like man, and they show the bloody knife, man. Like, oh man, I'm getting emotional right now rereading it. Like
It was sad. I felt bad. Like
I did not expect Oda to make me feel like this when I woke up like to read this chapter. Man, yeah.
it fucked me.
It fucked me up. Yeah, I mean the chapter just ends. The chapter ends immediately after that. It goes back to it shows Big Mom with her freaking like Game of Thrones fleet of ships surrounding the Sunny, and then Beige's ship is like closing in, and they're gonna start decorating. I assume when they meet up, when their ships meet up, I'm assuming we're kind of gonna skip the decoration process, and we're just gonna meet up with them when the ships when the cake's finished. I don't really see any other confrontation happening that would need.
I can totally see that.
I don't really see a need to spend more time on the decorating, because it's like, all right, we get it, and the cutest pudding drawing in this chapter, might I add. She's doing the what is it, Rosie Riveter stance, and then she has like a little puff of like it's
yes.
Oh my god, I love pudding. Pudding for Straw Hats, like we keep saying, but
man, Pudding's #1 fan. I'll say it now. I'll say it always.
Yeah. Man, yeah. I mean, that was the end of chapter 887. Both of these chapters, like we said, were really good, like together. Because I think because together you get the entirety of the Pound. Like when you read them both together back to back, like in sequence, I think the Pound story in 887 hits way harder, because you see Pound like the entire time that he's been on Cacao Island, like he's literally been fighting Oven. You know, he's been fighting a losing fight to Oven, because like he doesn't care about winning or losing. Like all he cares about is Chiffon being safe, and it's like, god damn. Like,
man, I don't know how to unpack these emotions.
Yeah,
it was just so sudden. And now, like, you know, Oda didn't give us time to breathe. He was like, he's dead. And now the entire Straw Hat crew is also gonna be dead for a second time.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah, it was tough. I will say I hope that this isn't another like Pell fiasco like in Alabasta, where Pell got literally nuked. Like he got nuked from orbit, and then like a couple chapters later he's like, what's up guys, it's your boy Pell here, I survived the whole thing, got him. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, no you didn't. Like, yeah. I watched you die. No you didn't. So I mean,
holy shit.
Pell is like, you know, whatever, y'all can keep Pell, I guess, if you want. If everybody, you know, if you like Pell, good for you. I don't care for Pell. So I was kind of bummed that he like survived, but because like the emotional impact is kind of gone, because I'm like, wow, he just fucking died. But I hope this is one of the few deaths that we get in the main timeline outside of flashbacks, because like, god, it like he did what he set out to do. Like he let Chiffon out to safety. He got his family the safety they needed, and now like there's, you know, they're all going to escape, because like,
it was such a noble sacrifice.
Yeah.
That needed to happen.
Yeah, and it's, oh man, it's I just looking at it again and rereading all these pages, like, man, like what a way to go out. I brought it up earlier. We'll wrap up in like a minute or two, but I heard a whole bunch of, I watch different One Piece reviews on YouTube when I read the chapters, you know, just to kind of like see what everybody else is saying. And I saw a whole bunch of people talking about like the will of Pound has it's POUN and then D period, or POUN period D period.
Yeah, I support that.
Yeah, I that's like in honor of Pound's sacrifice. I don't even want to come up with a crack theory. I think that's the theory that I'm gonna end it on. Like, Pound had the will of
No,
D.
that-
Like, he deserves it.
Mhm.
Even if
That's the actual theory.
yeah.
Like, come on.
if Pound, like, I don't even think we'll ever get an answer to if Pound had it or not, but in my eyes, like, just everything he did and the way he acted, like, he had it. Like, he acted, like, out of the goodness of his heart to save another person. You know, he had smiled at his deathbed, like, he knew what was gonna happen.
Man, I don't know, man. It hurt so much.
Yeah.
And I fucking hate Oven.
Yeah. Yes,
He needs to die.
If we can end on any idea or like any like one thought, it's that Oven sucks. Like I really want to know if there's anybody that like likes Oven, cuz Oven is just a stupid idiot. Like
John, we're skipping over a part of the podcast we usually do every week. The discussion. So, I have a discussion topic for you. How will Oven die?
oh yes. I could get into this. He is going to get bodied by like he's already gotten bodied by like everybody on an emotional and physical level. He's gotten like alright, he got bodied. Beige ran him over, and then he was like, alright, I'm gonna boil you alive. And then again that stupid plan failed because our boy Pound beat him upside the head with a club. Like I don't know, man. At this point I remember so we had posed the idea that maybe him and Sanji would have a one-on-one. Honestly, I don't even think he's worth Sanji's time. Like I don't want to see it only because I know it'll be free. If Sanji could blitz him that fast without him knowing no hockey and like, you know, kick him upside the head, I don't see any way that he could beat Sanji.
That's for fucking sure. And, like, probably, like, Beige is not necessarily the most, like, outfitted for fucking combat, but, like, I mean, he's, like, made out of rock.
Yeah.
What's he gonna do? Heat up a rock? Like, alright, cool, man. Like, granted, we don't know the extent of Oven's powers, but, like, he's a fucking jobber.
Yeah,
who cares?
he's a jobber. I really hope that, like, I hope Oven comes back because I want to see him get beat down so hard. But I still think that Germa might end up taking him out. Like because Germa's on their way, like, to meet up
To
with
that
everybody.
island.
Yeah, so it would make sense, like, if they're, you know, if this scuffle begins and like they end up getting, because okay, remember the plan was for their ships to meet up and then give the cake to Big Mom. So if Oven has his fleet there, they're gonna end up surrounded. And then who's gonna bust them out when they're surrounded by Big Mom's army? It would be the wild card.
It's the flank.
It would be the
Yep.
the fleet, that the Germa fleet with the bomb ass flank. So I don't know. I want Ichiji to just beat his ass, or any of them really. Pound is gonna die. If Sanji has to waste his time on this jobber, then I want Sanji to, like, let him have it.
And, like, fucking have it.
Yeah. Actually, alright, there's two, because, okay, Sanji could fight Oven, because Oven might follow them.
Yeah.
Oven's probably going to follow them, and when Oven sees that Sanji's on the ship with Pudding, he's gonna put two and two together and realize, like, oh shit, Pudding's, like, betraying us, like, she's working with the Straw Hats. And maybe, I mean, he was willing to beat Chiffon even though Chiffon was helping make the cake, so I'm assuming that his idiotic peanut brain is gonna be like, oh, like, I have to attack Pudding now, and that's when, you know, the Sanji power-up's gonna come in.
Or, hear me out. That happens. He goes up, tries to command grab Pudding. Pudding's like, alright, cool.
Yeah.
She has a gun. She does. I have a very deep feeling that she is, like, constantly 24/7 strapped. So, if fucking, what's his fuck no chin neck man runs up on her and is like, "Oh, I'm gonna beat you now." Sanji doesn't touch Oven. Pudding just fucking shoots him.
We'll end it there because I'm 100% on board with the idea of Pudding just like it's not even a fight. Like I love that. Like Oven's jumping in like, "Oh, like I'm gonna get you, Pudding, like you're betraying Big Mom." just like nothing, just gah. Just shoots him. Just fucking shoot him. Fucking, that's our podcast. Just fucking shoot him. Like,
I mean, that's how you fix everything, right?
Pretty much, dude. I'm willing to end it on that. That's gonna do it for us this week. We're actually not on break next week, thank God. So
both the comic and us.
Yeah, both the comic and us. We're back to normal, like, weekly stuff. Yeah, so we're gonna be back next week with chapter 888, which should be
oh shit.
Cool.
Yeah, we're probably gonna get like some kind of like oh no, wait, that's Boku no Hero. I don't know, we're probably still gonna get some kind of like cool like cover page.
We'll get something sick next chapter. But yeah, that's gonna do it for us. I don't really have a crack theory.
This entire time I've been looking into since you mentioned, like, I saw Pound's big head, and I remembered there's a giant who has the Will of D, Saul.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, I remember that, you know, just having a big head doesn't mean you're a giant. And then I just got stuck on this page because apparently 2 things. Ace was in the womb for 20 months?
What the fuck?
Apparently. 2, his mom also had the Will of D.
Yeah, I know that. I know Ace's mom had the Will of D because she died giving birth to Ace, but then she like died with. They made it a point to show her die with like a smile on her face, like, or the last panel you see her, she's smiling. So.
Oh shit! Couldn't it? You're fucking right now.
Yeah.
Like, so Gold Roger died, smile on his face. She died, smile on his face.
Yeah, no, it's a
Ace
thing of
died, smile on his face.
Yeah. Ace was smiling because he was crying and he was like, "Thank you so much for being my friend, even though I'm such a fuck up." God damn. This is just a sad episode. I'm just reminiscing about all this shit.
Yeah.
I don't got a crack theory, man. Here's my crack theory. Rest in peace, Pound. That's how I want to end this chapter. In honor of Pound, I'm gonna...
Pound... Okay, does he have a last name? Here we go.
No, it's just POUN period D period.
Yeah.
Pound has...
That's about it. Like, legitimate theory, Pound has the Will of D.
Yeah, Pound has the Will of D. Fuck you, fight me. That's how I'm ending this episode.
Because, like, it wouldn't be the first time. We thought it was just Gold Roger. No, it was Gold D Roger. Yeah. Like, put it together. Think about it, man.
I'm thinking about it.
Use your noggin. I'm currently typing in to the wiki page. Pound has the Will of D. Published.